Perhaps the greatest Sith Lord of all time, Darth Sidious, also known as Palpatine, was the Dark Lord who oversaw the culmination of the Sith Grand Plan. Completing plans that had been in motion for 1,000 years since Darth Bane reinvented the Sith Order under the rule of two, Palpatine considered himself to be the prophesied Sithari. In Legends, Palpatine succeeded in cheating death, transferring his consciousness into a clone body on the planet Biss after the Battle of Endor. In the encyclopedia Jedi vs. Sith, The Essential Guide to the Force, there is a passage written by Palpatine himself, where he reflects on his past apprentices Darth Maul, Count Dooku, and Darth Vader. The relationship between a Sith master and apprentice is far more powerful than any other teacher and student, a duality greater than the fundamental entities of mind and matter. It is vital that neither believes there is greater strength in a single Sith Lord, or in an order that exceeds two. Because you are not yet a master yourself, you might assume that it is the master's duty to bestow all of his knowledge of the dark side to his apprentice. You could not be more mistaken. It is the apprentice's duty to learn all that he can from the master, and the master's right to refrain from revealing all of his secrets. My own master, Darth Plagueis, made the grave error of teaching me too much, at which point he became unnecessary. Choosing an apprentice can be a strenuous endeavor. The most important thing to remember is that the apprentice's purpose is to serve the master. Only when you consider how few beings are worthy of becoming a Sith Lord can you begin to understand the enormity of your responsibility. You want someone capable of carrying out your orders, but not someone who has every intention of killing you before you can accomplish your goals. And you can expect that your apprentice will come to want your life, for it is only natural for the apprentice to aspire for more. An apprentice should be ambitious, but if your own ambition is to live, you must be mindful. Choose someone as a successor and you will inevitably be succeeded. Choose someone hungrier and you will be devoured. Choose someone quicker and you won't dodge the blade at your back. Choose someone with more patience and you won't block the blade at your throat. Choose someone more devious and you'll hold the blade that kills you. Choose someone more clever and you'll never know your end. Despite these cautions, an apprentice is essential. A master without an apprentice is a master of nothing. I took inspiration from the Jedi tradition of indoctrinating Force-sensitive infants when I selected one apprentice, whom I named Darth Maul. I took him from his homeworld, Iridonia, and raised him as I would construct the perfect weapon. I trained him in numerous exotic and forbidden martial arts, disciplined him constantly, and personally applied the Sith tattoos that were evidence of his complete dedication to the dark side. Maul had but one reason for being: to exact vengeance against the Jedi Order for the decimation of the Sith ranks. Oh, how he dreamed of burning the Jedi Temple to the ground. I know, for I gave him that dream repeatedly. Maul completed his basic training several years before the Battle of Naboo, and served me well as an assassin and extension of my will. As loyal as he was, I made no effort to caution him when I first saw his death in a duel with the Jedi on Naboo, for by that time the Jedi had already become aware of their chosen one, the remarkably powerful Anakin Skywalker. I had foreseen that young Skywalker would eventually become my apprentice, but that I would have to wait for him. Ultimately, Maul was nothing more than a tool, and despite his sense of purpose, he never realized that it was not his destiny to raise the Jedi Temple. But by slaying Qui-Gon Jinn before he was in turn defeated by Obi-Wan Kenobi, that tool accomplished a different goal. He rattled the Jedi Order's long complacent attitude regarding the existence of the Sith, making many of them nervous and paranoid, and also created a path for Skywalker to be trained in the ways of the Force by Kenobi, a Jedi with relatively limited experience. To those who do not know me, my actions, or apparent inactions, during the Battle of Naboo may have seemed less like a calculated risk than a gross exercise in wishful thinking. I'm sure you will agree that such suggestions are insulting. No, I knew exactly what I was doing when I allowed events to happen as they did. Why train an apprentice to hate the Jedi when the Jedi can train him for you? I did not wait long to appoint my next apprentice. I had had my eye on the Jedi Master Count Dooku for quite some time, and had even met with him on several occasions when I was a senator to discuss his ideologies. Dooku's infinite charm, impeccable manners, and powers of influence were precisely what I needed to accelerate my goals for galactic conquest. Despite his many years of service to the Jedi Order, it was refreshingly easy to convince him to ally with me. Of course, it helped that I knew of his slight fascination with Sith holocrons when he was but a Jedi Padawan, and so Dooku became Darth Tyrannus. Both Tyrannus and his alter ego accomplished a great deal in the years that he served me. As Tyrannus, he arranged for the creation of the clone army for the Republic, and as Dooku, he became the leader of the Republic's opposition, the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Tyrannus also enlisted Asajj Ventress to our cause. If ever there were a Sith aspirant, it was Ventress, but her hatred of the Jedi was so intense that it frequently blinded her and made her tactless. She may have deluded herself into believing she was Tyrannus' apprentice, especially after he bestowed upon her a pair of lightsabers. Perhaps Ventress deserved them, for she was an occasionally capable warrior, nothing more or less. But as with Darth Maul, Darth Tyrannus' tenure was not indefinite. When the opportunity finally came for Anakin Skywalker to take his place beside me, it was imperative to end Tyrannus' apprenticeship. Skywalker himself did the deed, which came as a complete surprise to Tyrannus. It still amuses me that the old scoundrel never foresaw that my goals might hinge on his death. And so Anakin Skywalker, hopelessly entranced by my promise to show him the secrets of eternal life, became Darth Vader. Although he fulfilled Maul's dream of bringing down the Jedi Temple and also killed the leaders of the Confederacy, I regret Vader disappointed me early on when he allowed himself to be mutilated by Kenobi. Yes, Vader remained strong in the Force, but strong enough to succeed me? Never. Granted, he was strong enough to kill me, but that only lasted for so long. It has been 6 years since the Battle of Endor. As leader of my dark side adepts, military executor Cedrus has been most loyal and is commended for reviving me here on Biss. But for all his usefulness, Cedrus is only a moderate Force sensitive, a capable errand boy but hardly the stuff of a Sith apprentice. No, it is only appropriate that my next apprentice must be someone with more unique qualities. It must be Luke Skywalker or his kin. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and may the Force be with you.